Salon people and then party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Beberebe program then like salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour and the Gladi program, look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sierragemedia.org. Now who's tem these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Leone Media Production brings you Zoom In. Zooming In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zooming In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zooming In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zooming In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join me with your host, Chuma Baba.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence.
Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible acts.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now, women are trafficking female children for money. Women are forced to be silenced.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children. It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse,
pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, depending on whose part na the dunia you find yourself. Welcome to Sierra Media, we Wednesday program. We so can get debate and discussions, and sometimes then the people's opinion. So today we get a special program for now. So as always, we not disappoint. And today we'll keep really streamlined and tight because now a focused program and we want to remain focused. Issue where don't affect where they affect we all, don't affect we, or we go continue for affect we if we not do something about them. So we will come talk about sexual gender-based violence, particularly now we country Sierra Leone. But with the take I'm gonna a level usai, usually we know the consent gets better. So we go talk more about the program as we go along. Me on a presenter, as always, Najuma Ba, and I get me co-presenter, Mr. Sylvester T-Boy Duba. Say hello to Family and T-Boy.
I'm Lakusha Kabo.
Right. You ready for talk about this touchy topic? We don't talk about it so many times, but it's in a different angle.
You know, so we're not get afraid. Anything.
All right, cool. Okay, thank you so much, T-Boy. Well, Fambulem, we get special guests now today. Of course, we get Mr. Obafemi Pama. I will say hello to Ona. I don't know if you're ready for say hello to Fambulem because one angry smile today. We'll be here for cook sound for let's smile small. You want to say hello to Fambulem?
I could tell you I'll do. Why not?
Okay, all right.
Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. As Juma said, today we get quite a lot of serious things in for talk about. So, T-Boy, Juma, laugh, not dating you, and Tia Sabina.
Right. We know they laugh. I keep the laugh. So now, if you not see me smile today, don't be surprised. My producer say I should not be smiling today. All right. So, Fambulem, straight to the point. Keep your comments, questions coming in. During the conversation, like I said, today we focus now on sexual gender-based violence in rural areas of Sierra Leone. We can't talk about the challenges we women and we girl picking and the face for access service. Una all know say Sierra Leone, as many other African countries them, we rely on we women and we girl picking them for push we country then go before. But how we go do that if we not take care of them, we not ensure them safety, then security, we not provide opportunities for them. Imagine a country like Sierra Leone where majority of the people in that country, the majority na women them. According to statistics, it say we get over 52% of the population now women. So why we empower them? And we there is so many things that we don't prove for be fact that if you help a woman, you don't help the whole village, the whole community, and the whole country. We're not saying for help man them, but we help man they always can be that one man gang business. We did for ourselves. The mama them, can you imagine? Then grab in the morning, then go fenam like how Emma Sinkin say you grab go fenam. Then they grab 4 o'clock morning, then go. That's when the papa they sleep or the boy picking they all they sleep. The girl picking they don't grab 5 o'clock morning for go get water. So now the village, sometimes they get for travel 40 miles for go get one bucket water where papa get for kawa sweet. So all them things then they. But hey, we still neglect them. We don't talk a lot about sexual gender-based violence. It don't become a major problem in our country. It don't happen. But, you know, so many actors and players then don't come out for talk about this issue. We don't raise concerns. But still, as far as we concern, the people the way it affects most, not they get access to this information and not they get access to the service. So that is why today we get a special, guest and also from Media Matters for Women in Sierra Leone, where the person now Florence Cisse, we are the project director, and also we get Christiana Mbangura, we are focal person for girls in STEM. STEM, when I'm also talk about, the sciences, the technology, forget it, they encourage young girl them. So they say catch them young. So in the try for encourage the girl picking them at an early age, forget interest in sciences, in engineering, then things and in mathematics, in technology. The thing that will be free say it reserved for special boy picking them. But Christiana Bangura say it want for encourage them. So we'll get them for tell una do and we'll start the program. Florence, welcome to CRGM Media. They don't tell you push this program, but welcome today. Now it starts and we'll continue for talk about it. But tell you Fambulem Adu and introduce yourself properly and tell you a little bit about, Media Matters for Women in Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much, Juma, Femi, Sylvester, and of course, one of our partner, Christiana, and to all the viewers the way they watch me right now. Me na Florence to say, me na the project director for Media Matters for Women. I know say when we say Media Matters for Women, Pambule we no sabi, but we go 1 year waiting or one know what we they do. We na a group of women them with we background na the media. Most of we where they head day, me na a media practitioner. We board members them, then we get qualified journalists them, and we team them. We look and see say the radio station and they do very good job. The online they do very good job, like Otura they do so, but there is still a gap, a missing link, and how will they reach out to them people in this? So we create what we call, we look at how we will fill in that gap there. So we concentrate on producing podcasts. And the podcasts they produce, we produce very short and interesting podcasts. And how will they do before they produce them podcasts there? We they get we they deal with hard to reach communities and side away from the radio station or they know they get network. Forget phone safe we get network we are. So we they collaborate with the local structures. Sometimes the fireman chief day, the section chief day, we tell them what we do. We do information assessment on how much information they know about certain issues. Then, like when we talk about reproductive health, until we choose family planning, we choose maternal and child health, or we choose teenage pregnancy, menstruation. We get a whole M&E section. We can get an engagement. We actually do an assessment on how much information then people are studying. So that's the help we get a clear way of how much information, the cultural myth, the barriers, that we didn't know them. Then we also, it help we for develop the message in them. That they help people know, then kind people there, if they understand small bit, or if they don't get nothing, no knowledge, or something they half and half, but they not believe in the, the medical system. Some man go say, me not believe with my medicine. We don't see all that there. So that assessment, when they help now for package with information, for engage them. We know they only go give the information. We get discussion they will with them. After we don't shape them podcast and we get one-to-one discussion. And then we can get to know so many untold stories.
Okay. Well, I will let you hold a day for small. I like that side of the untold stories because, that they just they in line with waiting, say, our gem media stand for. We say African stories told by Africans. So how best you go tell the story if you know did it? And when you not go to the community, una deal with them, stay with them, una the cargo message, but una they listen and take message come back without any help for develop programs. Thank you so much, Holande. La come to Christiana M. Bangura, when are the focal person for girls in STEM. Christiana, welcome to CRGM Media. I'll ask you for unmute. And so tell me a little bit about yourself. And me are very much interested in girls in STEM. Sometimes I can dream about that program. So thank God we don't get you our platform. We will talk to you more for know more how we go for reach you girl picking them for let them involved in STEM program. So tell me about yourself, your program, and whose area the way they operate right now, or what team they operate right.
Okay, good evening everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. So you Juma and all viewers online. Me na Christiana Mbangula. Me na the founder for Girls in STEM Initiative Sierra Leone. We based na Waterloo, Western area rural. We decided for stay here and focus on rural area because rural are the place we're very vulnerable, and then picking away in a rural area, now they get so much opportunities they left the one away in a big town. So we now want for focus na free tongue. So many people are like, hey, wait make we need to extend our programs to free tongue. I can tell people and say, picking away in a free tongue, get the idea, get the know-how, got always it take for finance step na the sciences. But for rural area, the beginning they see and say, one, poverty, because science is very expensive and huge. Then parents and that poor, then can tell themselves, say, me, I'm not able to go stand because my man not able to buy the textbooks them and say for they keep me in class going. But I take myself as an example, I born and grew up in a rural area, was a lot to be specific. And throughout my schooling, I know one day go free on school. But I don't know so many platforms that people can give this in a convent, na the annuals, na the girls' school, I go. As they tell and say no, now Waterloo I attend school. And at Waterloo, people groom me up, see me at a very tender age and pick me up, say me na kind somebody way I will able for create impact within my community. So many people support me outside my family, so I have to give back to society. I not go free tongue and go give back because not of people and they where they free to empower me. Now people are where they Waterloo and they empower me. So bringing in Girls in STEM Initiative is an initiative to empower, to inspire, support, and empower young girls in secondary school to choose science as a field of study as well. For choose STEM careers in the future, which are electrical, more money for the electrical department, more money for BIT specialists, more money for teach science subjects there which not ever they are. We scout out for woman teachers the way they teach mathematics, chemistry, and physics. We only get one woman where they teach mathematics, no more in a junior secondary school, when at the biggest school now at Waterloo, in a peninsula. So with that, we decide for being training for teachers them for build a mindset, so themselves serve as an advocate within a school for inspire the beginning for choose science. So we started in 2018. And up to date, we get more than 8 schools that we're working with within Waterloo. We get over 10 within a school, and the way now we STEM ambassadors, the way they serve as an advocate to then company them within a junior school for them and choose science. We get in-house training STEM what we can do for them. We get conferences that they offer, and currently with STEM Initiative Empowerment Center, or the empower women them and girl picking and youth them in electrical, solar installation, computer studies. We get so many professional courses the way they do currently. We they do catering and hotel management. We they do hairdressing and tailoring. Why we decide for Duana? Because we say in the coming years, most of the jobs that we go to pop up now in any careers they are. If we not empower women and girl picking and youth stay with same skills there, will still get high rate of unemployment now the rural setting. And we don't want that to happen. Once youth stay, young women and girl picking them for be self-reliant, for be empowered, for get entrepreneur mindset. So even if job not can meet them, but with the skills where they get and able for, make living out of her and left for wait for other people and for empower them. So for most that's this now waiting STEM done they do and media matters for women. Now we partner them. Me now the focal person for media matters as we implement project. We don't begin implement since 2019. Say COVID can and we still work with them and we don't do very well for backslide.
Wow, Christiana,
yes,
you make me heart swell, you make me head big, you make me proud for being a Sierra Leonean. I am emotional right now. I am proud of you. I'm proud of the work that you're doing. I want to say congratulations. And
thank you so much.
You are wonderful. I know why you stop for talk. I am emotional. Why I tell you say emotional, these guys know that I'm not saying it because I want to bluff. I don't know what to say, but you say you want for empower and inspire. And you they go usai the need day. And you said something. Not forget usai you buck your foot. So you were empowered and given opportunity by people in Waterloo, and you want to give back. Like everybody else, you would have left Waterloo. You say you did go free tongue, go find the job, the luxury and all that, but you decided to stay in Waterloo. By the way, I want to let you into a secret. I'm a partial resident of Waterloo.
Oh.
My mom is in Waterloo right now, so I have family there. So count me as one of you, okay? Let's bring T-Boy inside quick because I see the smile. Because if I continue now, so I know stop. I can't introduce no Florence. T-Boy.
Well, you say you emotional.
Yeah.
But I think when Christian
emotionally proud.
I know. Because when it starts, it's about when I say you start engine, no one for change gear.
Yes.
Just keep going.
Cruise control.
that kind feeling I guess. And not just the feeling, but for the fact say you still proud for be who that you be within the community where you grow up and belong. You still represent the community where you grow up and belong. And I don't know how old are you, but I think you're fairly young for make you get such kind of initiative of bringing come young girls within your own reach, for make them be empowered through IT or technology or kind of innovative way of doing things, not to just man and number forgetting kind of skills in there. You always shock me most now where you don't even take on a time for search for female science teachers.
Yes. Able get statistics.
That is amazing.
You don't get statistics, you get one math teacher. Now the whole
imagine. I don't feel say anybody with in right sense don't see them maybe and pick up their statistics and they make them relevant to part of your research material for endorse the reason why we could have formed this STEM organization. Well done.
T-Boy.
I can't say anymore.
T-Boy, the other thing where I pick up where Christiana say, is say in the future, the jobs. So this is the one thing where you hardly find in Sierra Leone that people they think beyond the next day. She's already projecting.
They can't make Juma commit right now.
No, I was gonna do that anyway. You know. He knows me when I get emotional.
So, right now, I think he's about to make a commitment.
I am.
low rates like the program they develop, because as the program they develop, there is more commitments really come up from Sierra Leone media team really go specifically to honor, because
Yes.
The initiative and the enthusiasm we are seeing in more than what I don't ever see in a salon.
Yes.
And not just saying that, as Sierra Leone media, we actually benchmark for pioneer female empowerment, even though we're not them, but we want for create that level ground for like women and do exactly everything women and they do based on media.
Right.
Few days ago, I was very proud for see a team of 6 young Sierra Leonean girls with camera in their hands, and they are saying the power of a camera does not just belong to a man.
Right.
That makes me feel very proud. See, we started something, and people have picked it up, and is making headwaves. So with what Christiana say, I think not so money they make the change, but collective mindset of people that really get interested in what they do, will push them a bit further than Osawana day. But let's continue the program.
Okay. So let's keep going. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's not jealous, so no way.
Well, lawyers they jealous. I can't now. They come to so now. I will make me commitment like I say as we go along. So Florence, media matters for women in Sierra Leone. In our job, they do in our activities, they do a lot of things. But how the sexual and gender-based violence come into play, I want to pick that up, one. And secondly, how they use that and use Christiana in platform as a vehicle for reach out to victims or educate people and for prevent issues of SGBV in Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. I think I will start first for answer on how they use Christiana and platform.
And similar platforms as well.
Then, and how we identify SGBV as an issue and in the media response. So we believe first in terms of we believe for work with young people, to give women them the opportunity, and we feel the information na power. The first thing identifying STEM was to give them the opportunity to work with the young people then. Remember in the school curriculum, the pikin they no get family life education where we do in our school, they again.
Yeah.
So sexual education is lacking. If you not get in our school, in home, we culture not tolerate we mama then sit down, then say when you don't begin see your period, when you get sex, you go get belly. This now your periodic table. We mama they're not even informed, they don't understand. So it's a cycle. When you don't understand for teach you picking on sexuality education, you self where you determine the reach on menopause, it's the same thing. So we identify the key CSOs there. We call them CSOs because like in the work or CBOs, community-based organizations, we identify them, then we train them. Christiana will attest, we train them on community advocacy skills. Then we give them equipment. The Christiana, when a focal person, they collect all the data on listeners' data. So we know almost listeners that we get, and it's a disintegrated data. That way, say something are disabled. That way, say if you be say the person is homeless. Sometimes if we picking the person, the listener, a HIV positive. So we get different. They look into all the kind listeners and they categorize them. Then Christiana is empowered in terms of using the open data kit. So we train them for not only disintegrate this message them, but for let them get skills on data and let them understand understand the issues, and let themselves be community advocates. Like Christiana, so in a whole community advocate, she's well respected. She's heading about 10 people, 10 people with team in circle. He gets 2 youth advocates, he gets 2 town crier, then in at the focal person, 5 people, sorry. So that they show that leadership at that level. Then they gain the skills, then they understand the issue, then they work with the community people then. Like for example, in Wasalo, the kind transformation we media matters don't begin to. We get a community. They don't even get health center. Okay,
Right.
inside Wasalo, then they take bike, then they take amok, then they travel with woman for go ball. So now we get for push with journalists, they push. They tell them say the people then they don't get a health center. They say, well, the policy they don't go build the health center, they not equip her. So it go back to the ministry. They tell them say no. The people they say they don't give the money. It push until the community gets the health center. So the chief is so impressed and you don't see difference. The way woman they die, not to so woman they die again. The way woman in town, the girl pikine, then they die of abortion, not to say they happen. All the health related issues, they don't see small improvement. So what did it do? It go on, it give me the matters for women, a plot of land. Just say una no go. You know, it's not about the land, but just to show you, say, we work, don't create impact and change that in community. If I get for not only Watalo, we get up to how they call them, Kenema, we get some remote villages. They can just say we say do ya una no go because also all NGO they go and then community they act. And when we don't empower them people here, we don't find out that they are ambassadors. Like during the COVID, we come with a new structure where the town criers. Then people, when we realize that them people here, every village or town, they get town criers. Where the chief wants a message, they get the structure with the center. And then town criers there, we train them, we give them equipment, and we find out that the message go very fast. Because we podcast them, we translate it into local languages. We translate it into the common language where they within that community. So it goes very fast, people they understand. Then even the town criers, they can see themselves say, that one woman they take that tick with they knock that gilling, put a megaphone. You don't add dignity to them. You don't make them look like, when you push somebody, you add value by work. You don't make the person feel special. You don't make the person continue for the way they do. And how we identify sexual violence, say, now a big issue. During this COVID, we messages them in day on, all the precautions them on COVID, social distancing. We try to give them the accurate news where they promote the NACOVAC and government. We try to give them waiting WHO say. But during the process, when we share the podcast and listen back to people, we find out say people, young people them and other women them, they may tell we what waiting then they go through inside their community, inside their host them. Like one peking we recently died, in soul rest in peace. They may get for confide in one of the community advocates. It say it leak something they come up on. So now during the process, we get for come meet and ask this. They say, well, this woman I don't then come meet me, call you and say, I say, well, if we don't get somebody with only listen to podcast, so and it say something they come up on and one try for link and with milestones. And they say no, say then they can't go Kailan because na traditional something and they go get traditional medicine. So we end up with bigger, quicker. All for Lewy realized the doctor realized that she has the script
Wow.
5 o'clock, they wake up for good report, where they rape them during the process.
So, yeah, I know you that part. So you say they wake up 5 o'clock.
Then they wake up 5 o'clock for good report na farm.
Mm-hmm.
When the process, the man where they cut this poyo, where they can sell the poyo to an auntie, he rape this pikin. Where he rape this pikin, the auntie try to manage the pikin situation because the pikin with the discharge, he gets so much problem during the process. So the auntie bleeding and all that, they manage this. Just imagine she sat her NPSC during that process, go with so much cloth on the arm, stench, then we put them in a different class because the scent they're not able for Angola. So when they don't come here, youth advocate, they can tell me the story. So I get for push, I go, we try for link her with the service. We get so many people, them actors, them on this SGBV. The ministry will tell you, say they get a toll line where they call immediately for get her. But almost people, they listen to radio, na the last village. Almost people get access to mobile phone where you go able for call say they don't help me I no get help you can help me. Almost Paugal picking the way get access there. Very few. So you the final say there is this there's a link, there is a disconnect in terms of accessing this service. So for we Media Matters for Women, that is our key priority. How do we synergize our efforts? How do we come together? How do we find these girls? Because the girls, for me, I don't see, like during this COVID, this 1 year where we did with this COVID, I did tell you every month, the journalists then they send monthly reports. I must get 1 or 2 rape cases. I don't get incidents of something we don't happen right at the police station.
So the police stations are people for go sick.
Exactly.
Yes, now they happen.
Exactly happen. So then thing they had to show you say there is a disconnect because when you go for go care, you case go to police, the first thing they will tell you, what are you witness? You get for go back home. Until you don't work at 5 miles, you go find your police. You witness, you get for car with birth certificate because rape case, remind you, get for prove and for say in a rape.
Beyond all reasonable doubt.
Exactly. So if we see some of the outcome of some case there now, you get for look back on at the table and look back and try for fix some of the issues then. The woman there Sunday they work at 5-10 miles. Forget police.
Right.
When you go one time, you don't get in for it. By the time they go back again, it don't tire. So they live with her. And the perpetrator something that they all two in house, either in uncle or in family or in auntie man, or it just rotates within the family circle.
Right. So it's complex than waiting with a thing because with cultural setup, with social makeup, and the lack of access, the lack of the infrastructure itself, very, very poor, like what you say. So, not say, like in early years, I worked in child protection, so I can relate exactly with what you talk about. So I've been get a lot of rape cases where for proven it was difficult because you only have one doctor with a current hospital. So if you not get the evidence quick, the sample quick for let them check, you're not able to know. So if that person did in that last village, where sometimes Motkana they go there past 1 time for months, now Motkana they go there, Okada not there. When you get for go now big hospital for let them even check and force. You not get the money like how they say. You not get telephone for call people. The police not go there for go investigate. So there are lots of complex issues that you talk about. We make waiting they do so very important. And you are
the police themselves, you get for look back. Some not even get the equipment.
They're not getting knowledge for self.
But they don't get the equipment, or no get motor car, they don't get the bike for going to them village them.
Right.
So you need to look at all the issues and then I make. For me, I feel so we care for re-strategize on the approach on how we they work on this SGBV.
Right.
Because if not, we'll be catching the girls at the urban areas where say they get access, then get facility. Freedom picky, you touch yourself now, you touch in waist, you touch in bobby, you don't get the awareness. It gets someday even go tell you, say, hey, this man I say mistake with me, I will go report her. But the upline, one in social setup, you know get the power for toxic.
Right.
If you anti man they touch you, you dare not touch. You know the talk. Like
so you got the mercy of the whole village.
That picky why they tell you so. Over 6 months, that pikin they refuse for talk because them threaten and say, if you talk, we will kill you. Just imagine we pull outside Mama Day, outside Auntie Day, we come with them, we link her with Don Bosco. Don Bosco they link her with able for and go na Aberdeen women. Then go through 2 or 3 surgeries. That pikin prayed for talk. Not until the last minute I get to call one of them. I explain, able to confide because you don't feel safe now. You don't know, say now, although she was going through pain, but she realized that at least someone is there who don't show her love. She has never got love in her life. Either with the auntie, just imagine the wake picking 5 o'clock, you picking on go through rape, always you go tell them, now for tell and say, something na bush level you get.
Yeah. Or na in the witch.
Na in the witch. So you not only not protect the pikin, you kill a mind, you poison a mind, you demonize the pikin. And for me, that is one girl, and there are thousands of girls over there who are going through them there. So like for Christiana, I go tell you, but waiting they go through now Waterloo. At times, me self when I'm the project director, it really winds my mind up. I can get just, take time off.
Right. So imagine them we get for listening to that every day.
Story them for heart sending, we story them, and then woman and they don't get the platform to talk.
Right.
Now we create the platform for them.
So now una don't create that platform, una don't make big people and don't begin to get a feel of which una capable for offer them an opportunity for get information and an opportunity for share information with una. But they all side. Christiana, they Waterloo, you don't begin getting your own team of ambassadors where they train, for example. 10, that's still, it's a small number for Waterloo. Imagine the other places they operate. So what next? Because that's one of the challenge. If people they know say, okay, una don't can't tell me about this, then if I tell una, what una go do for me? So if people don't know that, then what happens?
Thank you, Juma. That's a very interesting question. That is why they expand on nomenclature now. At first, Media Matters for Women was focusing on, bridging the information gap for women, especially on sexual reproductive health, women's empowerment, women in business, agriculture, and all of that. But we are having overwhelming feedback back to women. Like we've been to communities where women suffer from fistula, and they are like demonized,
From fistula?
Fistula. They will tell them that, no, probably they make attempt for treat themselves, or they get breast cancer, they will make attempt for treat themselves with then leaf, then herbal, then all the incidents. So what they do, they come back to us. They come back to us. Maybe they are very far away from the services. So we link them. So we don't reach a point that we say, you know what, we need to work with service providers. So we are like whistleblowers at the communities of issues happening. So it's high time we move from that whistleblower and work as a partnership, build a movement. For me, I see Christiana are community champions as movement building, because they don't conscientize the people there. then they make the people they understand within the reproductive health and rights them. Now then the demand for services them. So we for work with service providers, we for amplify, we work together and make sure say we reach out to the woman there. Like Aberdeen women, I want to say thank you to them, because whenever we identify any woman we get fistula, then they even provide a vehicle, they go collect the woman, then count and they repair them. And we know it's in a fistula. The woman that's too born, you don't go born 4, 5 decades. You don't go get fistula. You young way, you don't get that. You didn't drip urine or feces. You sense your dignity is gone. The man when me want, you don't want you any longer. You picking and it take the community for accept you.
And
So-
imagine something you already get mates them as well.
Exactly. The one woman where we from in really love for be part of the program. In the Drebam. They Drebam from Kabbalah.
So them turn an outcast.
Yes. So it can't hide now being color. Now one man we go listen with podcast. We know about kids. Just imagine, there are some great men and we get for involvement them. We go listen with podcast. Now he but this podcast on fistula. Now he go back. Now we start say, he said that sick when and say they do fat matter. He said, I want no go tell and say, I don't hear but I want us to answer we listen center. And then tell him that he come. Then we focal person call me. This way we call Aberdeen women. They go get they repair them. She's back again. She's, you don't get the dignity, don't regain its dignity. These are the issues that we're talking. Right. And when we go, Aberdeen women until we play, they say when we go on outreach, the woman they shame for come. Probably the messaging.
Right. So then una they make it easy for them now, they get the right message.
We get the message into their language.
Right. So now they get referrals now for Aberdeen women.
We work with the community people then. The one the way say they don't already did it, they don't exist, then believe in them. So the message one. And the kind of confidence that you give the people, it make the woman able to talk. So if we are having those gains on fistula, we can have them on sexual and gender-based violence.
Right.
How we package with program and how. And as we say, we're not going to reach all sides. Definitely we're not going to reach all sides.
Well, one for long I reach all sides because the kind impact on the create.
Funding will make we reach all sides.
Right.
And definitely funding is a challenge and we hope for reach all sides. Because for me, I can always say, I've worked in other areas, but I feel like
you get the fulfillment.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right word. I have the fulfillment working for ordinary women.
Yeah.
These are the women that needs to be empowered. These are the women that needs to be given the opportunity. These are the women, you understand me? Some of we they go get funding, fat funding them. We they left the one they will forgive, for tailor programs. And their woman they will for tailor programs.
And somebody been just they ask now the chat say, what was the question again? The person say, Chiba, if you can remind me last year, I don't think, how can we get the diaspora to assist our sisters? So that's the question. Let's throw them to you and Christiana, now I get for answer that because I know go come and say, we know the answer how for assist to now. So tell the people that we listen right now and we get for listen.
For we, media matters for women, we want to get everybody and we want to get everybody on board in terms of technical, financial, whatever influence you get, for little reach out to the woman there. Because the woman there, so we just see the change. Christiana, I will let Christiana delve on testimonies.
Okay.
Like, we just see the change, the community, and they can't tell me, but we can't reach everywhere. So whatever means you have to support our work is highly appreciated, and we will tell you, say, you go see the live testimony. If we want to talk about success story, 1 hour, 2 hours, no, you do for we. I can tell you for free.
I just want to say you for being gonna come back soon, so get ready.
No problem.
Yeah. It will be a bigger program. At least we will plan and well. This one is like just introduction.
Yeah.
For me, clear people now. Florence is saying the project director for Media Matters for Women in Sierra Leone. Then they do a lot. Before then, concentration was just bridging the information gap. But now they don't identify other needs and other challenges then within their communities they are so then they work. And they don't find out, say, you use community engagement, you use the people on the ground, existing structures. One thing, that's what I like about what you guys are doing. When I not decide for go reinvent the wheel again. Christiana, na inde Waterloo, na in Sabine community, grow the passionate about Waterloo, let nothing happen to Waterloo. Now Waterloo interested, they seek. Then media, matters for women in Sierra Leone, identify Christiana and say, Christiana, you're a good person to work with. How can we work together with your STEM program and reach the woman that was supposed for it? That happened. Una they see results. Now you talk about something as well. You say, una don't identify problems, but now una need service delivery partners. Una not get the money, but una they be the bridge between una and the community. So una a win-win situation for everybody. We waiting at the diaspora, we can complain. Oh, we have to help people them. If you send the money, if they go on the wrong side, this, that. Well, really watch. This is an opportunity for help for solve the sexual gender-based violence issue in Salon. All the inequalities the way women and they suffer, all the opportunities the way we girl picking them not get. So these are the ways you can get involved in supporting, in helping to build a nation. Yes, let the government do what they do. That's their own thing. Do not wait until the government do it right before you get for help. You have a part to play. So I'll come to Christiana. Christiana, again, just looking at you, I'm smiling. You don't make, today has been one of my happiest days. I was a little tired, but you don't re-energize me. You don't make her believe again. Few days ago, I'm going to confess this openly. Few days ago, I was like telling people like, for once, I'm beginning to feel pessimistic about Sierra Leone, but you have given me a reason to believe. So tell me, waiting at the team where they make you, they spoil you up for do them things here, apart from which you don't tell me how to end, which you don't tell me earlier. And Florence say you want for share testimonies with me as well.
Yeah, we always say we get so many testimonies. The work where Media Matters for Women don't they do. Like Media Matters for Women try for, really bring the radio to the people. Because rural setting, so not everybody get radio na the post. So all man get that same they say for cancel listing radio, them will say let them go na farm, let them go na market, go do them business. But then bring the radio to the people and host out by the weekly podcast them. What do they do? Don't
mind. It's not part of the program. Left family. We want for you that ambience day. This now issue the community. We they bring Sierra Gem Media to the people and everybody they involved. So go ahead there.
Okay. So like Media Matters try for bringing radio to the people. You can get any side. Now you host, now you business place, any side you dare you can able for listening to what's in the happen at the country. Because the message is then very short and then they make a long, so we program long again. People can lose interest in the program. So man go like for listening to music or listening to different things then. But with 2 or 5 minutes podcast, we'll get all the messages that way women they want for listening, make Media Matters for Women, create the difference and impact so many lives since 2019, all the way for partner with them. Since 2019, all on they play the podcast, we get success stories them because women and they where one they afraid for go born at hospital. So when they go hospital, them go lost their life, the boku couple, they access for pay plenty money, and all get money for the pay. But we try to educate them. Podcast and there where we don't educate them. The benefits for going to hospital where you get belly and self waiting will happen to you. You not go hospital. That don't create impact. There's so many women they will be the for go hospital. Now they go hospital, say then deliver and nothing they do them picking. So the rate of maternal mortality death within Waterloo be done cut off. Since 2019, we begin to educate women in our different communities them on the importance and benefits for going to hospital. Again, you know, say we are setting the dirty plenty where they call so many malaria sickness. With Media Matters, one of them podcast them in 2019, we try to educate people how they can for clean environment, for free from malaria, and safe how they go for use the mosquito net for prevent them and the family from malaria. Woman of childbearing age, so woman and they wait on sit down and say they are barren. They don't know waiting happy with them. Some don't know say they don't reach the age when they're not going for born again. With Media Matters and podcast them on menopause, we try to educate women they wait on past 40, they turn 50. Say because of them things there are some symptoms say where you go feel. If you begin feeling symptoms there, that they tell you say you born stage don't tap. And you need just to go hospital, get advice from medical doctor. We get testimony from one woman, when Jane, who say from where it in his 20s, where he born in first speaking, where that speaking they don't pass 25 years now, you're not able for born and don't know waiting at the reason. We able for play that podcast and through that podcast they able for learn say yes, they don't pass menopause stage and some of the things that where the doctor highlight now the podcast say yes, they don't feel on anything sending. So it tells thank you to Media Matter. If not to Media Matter, not for be ever know that go they still go to doctor them, go to Morima for the full medicine for and say they want for born. So many things they done. They happy menstruation for girl picking away young, waiting at the signs and symptoms when they not be no but all that Media Matters on time for educate young girls and they know about that now. So there are a lot of success stories in the area of rape. We understand what
now do I ask you so the area of rape and sexual violence in the community?
Yeah, sexual violence and rape is very common now at Waterloo, and the case then got skyrocketed. Waterloo na one side where people and where na imam, when I check them, they take the advantage for rape them picking there, they say. Because then are then kind people and they people go afraid for go report them. In 2018, we get one case of one imam or sheikh where in an area with one girl picking, but the picking now upline this man go pulam, collect and stay with them. But you know them picking and come upline say one can put on school, but na sell no more it is sell. So like how you go get big man when I check on all the pray, the picking can go complain to her and say, hey me, I want for go school, I want for lamb but me pick me auntie a business no more it put na me aid. He use the advantage for take this picking they go na one unfinished building every next take time picking the left. Where it don't get this speaking belly, the picking self not be know and the first way they would no. Now later, the picking they feel something, it was tell them. I tell the picking say, make it come out to auntie in the world rent place for her. It go and rent room for this picking. Now within the area, when let's come every day, it go to this picking. Say the belly just stay high. Now people are within the area for pick them up and raise the issue up. That is a thing whereby now one of the women they will be champion that issue there. It be really not be easy. The imam and other imam the way they be now they support her and try for want for mass the case. Want for mass the case. So these are some of the things that in the Waterloo. Now the one the owner calls say they one they are respectable people them when are they for pets for girl picking woman them. now we communities. Now then at the same one where they abuse and misuse you. And at the end of the day, they get to one back where they back to them. We're not going to let the case go before. Pastor again don't rate picking within Waterloo community. When come to pastor then the map for mass the case. But who media matter intervention, the likes of Wado women, then our organization, we don't really team up stronger for to say that stuff. And so many changes don't they take place. So if you ask me about success stories, then plenty. We get a lot of them.
So we not say the challenges them Boku, but you still feel encouraged with the results Una they get so far, say, without that collaboration between Una and Media Matters for Women in Sierra Leone, Una not for to achieve some of them things than they Una to achieve so far.
No, not at all. Because say we focus on STEM. And we focus on STEM, we want for pinpointing and get all we concentration there. But with the partnering of Media Matter, don't make we able for move from with STEM advocacy to sexual gender-based violence, sexual reproductive health for young women. Them a lot of things in the world before. Like we have learned a lot for Media Matters. We don't be empowered. We eat advocates, we thank class, and don't empower so much because most of them be naive. For team up na public, for team up na in communities themselves, for talk or for take up issues. But who Media Matter, they don't be empowered, they not naive again for take up issues, they keep team up and challenge elders, they start the right thing they want to do.
Right.
Then twice the communities they say, picking and they get, we're not afraid. Anything we're happy, they can run, go to any of our advocates them. Where they work for Media Matters for Women and complain to them. But again, we get parents again working the afraid, say they don't want police case because they don't get money. So you see poverty again, they play a whole lot of role with the issue of SGBV. This money away where we not get this poor and a wall area, they damage woman and girl so much.
Right. So you don't mention another big thing. And, thank you so much for highlighting and reinforcing that message they took. We diaspora listeners them and people them all over the country in Sierra Leone where they listen. You will want for help. We mean well for Sierra Leone. There is a lot that you can do to make a difference in your community. Organization like, Girl STEM program and Media Matters for Women. You can reach out to them and definitely you be involved because you tell, I want to do something, but people are not there. Now you see the people there. So don't wait. Do not wait. Come in. This go for una too, but I'll start with you. Since I'm with you right now, Christina, you don't talk about the poor. This poor we bokuna country, and this poor is serious. People quick with this, for let people dismiss. The people are lazy, they're idle, they're not one for work. But you can't tell me that if woman and they grab majority they grab 4 o'clock morning for go fend something where can a host na net na go come, wait you don't go fend for night they can't cook. You get for wake all the boy picking them demand them for eat, they eat then grab. Then last they go back, they go na bed 12 o'clock, you grab back 4 o'clock morning. So you cannot tell me those people are lazy. They're doing what they're able to do, but the circle is there. So how you think, say, on a STEM program and some of the things the way Media Matters they do, how I think, say, on are able for improve the economic activities for the people that are not able for reach out to right now, not able to out to all man, but the one that want to work out for let them life become a little bit better and comfortable. For solve them problem, yeah, so particularly the one about rape and sexual violence.
Yeah, well, for we were now a girls system initiative here because now where most of the women and girls can not get something where they land, where they're able for turn and take care of themselves. Now that make man and they take advantage for beat them, rape them, see so many advantages for them. That's not the easy way make we open the STEM Initiative Empowerment Center where we get skills that they empower women them. So if you don't know that tweet, you know they're not way they do. Woman that is busy every day. The best way they do for you, they encourage you for come and do 6-month course with me. When we then course them there at the end of the day, it's any for internship now, companies organizations them and enterprise they would already partner with for let them go do working experience because you know say this country right now if you not get experience they need to take the power most of the jobs then so they'll go do working experience after the working experience can come back with you. Currently where they talk to we get over 50 or 60% of women they will send out on an internship. All already don't get sent a job when our first students them. And I will invite Sarah Gem Media on the first graduation ceremony come April 10. Colon are the parts of history making and see what things can be done they do all this while. Because violence so much broken at this country and we get women them where things say the only way they came from make money and take care of themselves now for go do prostitution. We they encourage them for common activities. That make you they pay for because it's a cost because all we need you for do now you time, you dedication, we see seriousness by you and we can take you say we empower you. With that man and say where they be they see that woman and they say and all relevant, they don't respect them because they see where money center in the whole land and with what the land now we center, it just they don't begin to empower themselves, they don't begin to gain something from them. So picking themselves whether within community, they learn from their woman and they right now where they empower themselves. Right. So there's a lot we can do for break the economic gap because now only poverty can make man and sees advantage by you. See, we're so naive, we're so vulnerable, we not came for make things or sit down and strategize for ourselves, say they take the advantage for misuse with. But we want to change that and we cannot do that overnight. It's a gradual process. All we need for do now for let the bigger sectors and can with it, support we and see how okay for continue to empower them women and let the rates of sexual violence start in our country and we community. Wow. Because within the home, within they cause violence. Now where the man said the woman not able to do nothing for support her. They do everything. So without one man saying I'm here for put your man, I'm here for take care of picking, I'm here for this. Where the woman want to talk, the best thing now forget and put this like when no say able go no side for complaint. Because now in they take care of her. So we want for tap that, we want for break the narrative and create change now with communities the way they and we can start. We don't already start. We are very big, very broad. We're not able for touch all side one to but gradually we they get there.
Tiana,
yes,
let God bless you.
Amen.
Let God keep you long for we. And I want for take that invitation that I promise you, Sierra Gem Media is going to be part of that history making process and will broadcast your event live. We'll send a team of people there. We will broadcast them live. That's one commitment I'll make. Saturday, April 10th, now we watch, we'll now begin listening. So we'll be part of that process. And anything we'll be able to do for help for me can find. I know say T-Boy and Femi Densebin will help you for make commitment. And there are other commitment definitely. We own expertise in our media. So possibly with COVID, sometimes we'll get some limitations. But we want for say as part of our STEM program, we will offer our own in-service. We own technical skills for train, help on our training. Even if not virtual training, we will begin to do small, for learn and know how for use camera, how for use audio, for learn and get quality programs and people then will be able for listen to our message and we share with the rest of the world. Other things I'm not going to talk about right now because sometimes not appropriate I get for consult with the other guys them. But just consider Sierra Gem Media as partner with our STEM program. And Florence as well, I want you to know that consider Sierra Gem Media as partner with our Media Matters for Women. You don't say we get a lot of women who don't train. I'll tell you, say there is no media house in Sierra Leone right now where they use moving image, where you not get somebody where go through Sierra Gem Media.
Wow.
They might not come out and say it, but I will tell you that for free. None in the whole of Sierra Leone. Where sometimes you not get 4 or 5. Where you not get even man them. Where they will hold senior positions them. Who will not train either for face camera, use camera, or do something. But I promise you we'll do our level best. Florence, you know everything Christiana say. And I see you're just smiling. And thank you so much for your leadership.
Nodding.
Yeah,
I connect with
leadership.
all what she's saying.
Right.
Especially in terms of empowerment. Because for me, reading these reports, holding these meetings, I can look beyond how we can change. For me, I want to see a change, how we can get a change. And I just get a meeting with me technical staff team, and I was telling them that, you know, let we look how we can partner, write proposal, partner with organizations where we're going to create soft skills for women then. Juma, it's embarrassing for me, you know, from civil service, the private sector, public sector, very few women drivers that you find. These are skills that you can give women. It's an income generating skills. It's a whole profession. You train them, and funnily, I looked at having women in the driving sector. Women are very careful. Me, they drive. Yeah. When I see, are they concentrate? Are they, you know, are they very careful for not for jam? Let person not jam me. And if they add, for me, if they add more dignity to your organization, you get smartly dressed woman with the with the drive you. Just imagine, even in a state house, if you get woman there with the drive for president, you know, you get very smart woman there with the drive that the military, that the, you know, the bank, you know, even the ministers them. You get very smart woman there. So these are things that we are looking at, how we can able empower women with soft skills. Like how you talk about camera. You know, when women they do camera, it's very focused. It's very accurate. And we can talk and say, like, woman, when they do camera, they get good shots past some man. There's some say that man, they smoke, they drink,
the distraction, no boko.
Distractions, and say before you watch the person, they watch the woman, you find lip or in face. You know, he distracted, but the woman is very focused. So these are all areas where we have to look and give opportunity to these rural women. It will shock you for see the woman there say they get the ability, they get the skills, they get the passion inside them, that the opportunity they don't get. When we start this program, like for Watalo, we get one of we youth advocates for even grab for introducing herself, Juma. She couldn't. She was so shy, you know, get confidence, you know, feel say what it talk makes sense. So I quickly identified her. I get personal relationship with her. I can call her and say my girlfriend, you know, at the EPAM. So when after 6 months, we get stakeholders meeting. She stood up, begin to tell me about how we share in podcast, talk on FGM, engage, so with them. I was shocked. You know why? Because we gave her the opportunity. We helped to build her skills. These are just simple information and advocacy skills that we give them. And it has helped her. One, it don't get confidence. And most of we youth advocates there, they all, you know, they feel say yes. They don't they in a position and they don't get that respect and it don't change them. So if we talk about empowerment, they will not feel say, hey, that woman, we don't go get worse, or that woman, we don't college. They get woman in the village, don't they? Those are class 6, then stop. From 5, but they're intelligent, but because of the kind environment, the kind setup where they find themselves, they just don't calculate themselves, say, like, yeah, I'm my destiny. Let we identify the woman in it. Let we give them opportunities. Let we empower the woman in it. And I believe say they're going to make a difference now with society. Because even at waiting in the do so right now, some are farmers, some are traders, some then they go take loan
soft loan them, but they are so committed in making sure that they put that in 5,000 back for that loan a day with high interest for that matter. Some of them, then they pay back. Then they pull, then they pay them picking them bills, then they pay them this, so then we look at the bright side and and prick them out and support women them. Me, honestly, Juma, my lens doesn't look in Freetown. I don't look at the urban areas. I look at the rural areas. I look at where women, even if you drink a bottle of water, you throw this empty bottle, it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
They'll tell you, please give it to me.
Because for recycle, they do so much with that one. Yeah.
Let's look at, let we change with lens to the woman in there. Freetown, you get central police, you get this police, you get that day, you get all things, you get all them big office then at Freetown. You must talk to somebody. Let we see how best we can amplify the efforts. Let we see how best we can program then go to the woman in there and give them opportunity. And I want to say, you see, woman, we are very sensitive being. Before I begin talk, I for believe say my environment safe. I for believe say I dey in a secured place. I for believe say I able narrate with you. I for believe say I get confidence in you. So let we create the space then, let we create the environment then, and it will surprise you to see changes that's gonna come fast. It's gonna be rapid, and we self will call later what it will happen. Transformation.
Okay.
So let we not lose hope. Let we not focus Freetown, not to Salon. For me, I don't see Freetown at Sierra Leone. I see where they say Tambaka, where they say Kubola. Yes, let me relate with them people. Some people tell you, if you ask most people, they'll tell you, we don't know about media matters for women. And I tell them, I don't want you to even know about what we're doing. But if you go to the villages, they tell you, we know about media matters for women. They have land disputes, they come to us. They have family problems, they come to us. Because we've created that environment where we chat with these women. We create the path with these women. We discuss issues with these women. So for me, I want us to tailor we approach to the rural community.
Rural and hard to reach community.
Florence, the picking and they where they walk up 5-6 miles over school.
Yeah.
Table not there.
Where you we know say we can't go just now, we not go keep una long. We don't say time now essence for una. But when you mention just now, you mentioned Tambaka and they smile and T-Boy obviously relate. We've been to Tambaka.
Okay.
Till today I get a back pain day.
All right. Yeah.
We go to Tambaka and come out Tambaka car.
Okay.
Till today I get the back pain. And what to make us smile, because it related to which one they talk, access to information and communication. The one thing where them people and they celebrate, where they're able to forget telephone network, where they put a pole. That I can tell you, because not so you tell me, now another woman will talk to, where he explained Terry, he said the biggest thing, he said we'll not get road here to, the road no fix fine here to. He said, but where this road fix, we're able to go Guinea, for go trade, we're able to go Freetown, vegetables that don't go perish. He said, but the biggest celebration where we get today is we having an opportunity for communicate with the outside world. Right now we get network Nayaso. That was the biggest thing. So it just explained what you they reinforce what you they say about the power of information. They not say with information, they're able to forget a lot of other things then. We go reach there. Because the only side I know me don't go, was actually they get pump water. Tibo, remember? Pump, they pump their pump water. I was like, wow, then people also get pump water at this place here. So, but they not been get telephone pole for longest period of time. They not ask for light or that, just telephone pole. That was
just interrupt. Yeah. We they deal with certain communities when they get the time when they get network. And you get to go now the hill. You have to claim hill. And then now one person gets this phone here, so If they don't know, say, you don't send voice notes. You don't talk, say, I will call on a Friday. So, say, you get for claim that him live with that person, for let go get network, for let go get information. So then, now things the way, say, just imagine your information. They is still there inside this century where woman there, then they put in a hammock, for go born picking. You see woman them, they don't even get. We talk about family planning. So woman in the way, say, they still they work a miles for go get services. They don't even know the family planning they exist. At the point of years, they will tell you saying a leaf at the use. The community the way they work. Then they tell you saying a leaf at the use. This rope here now mama na inkinde we ki make and the rope na I mean disappointment and they go get this other 6 belle or the 5 belle. I was like, what? Rope? He said yes, that rope they use. So these are the issues. Let we begin evaluate ourselves. If we say we get, me I don't have a ministry, I don't set up free toll line. Ask yourself how much woman the way they call me from the last village.
Right.
How much calls the way we don't get from the last village. Let we strategize, work with partners the way say, also the rich na they the rich. But to come to in terms of the politics and the NGO or the civil society, that's another story for another day.
Another day.
But for me, I feel I am doing what I'm supposed to do without no regret and no waiting and call. I did talk and say, let we evaluate ourselves. Let we ask ourselves how much we reach out to the real people. Then we ask ourselves. I talk with somebody, he say, Florence, he say most of the advocates are behind the computer advocates. Some man, they go Google. And thank God Google don't can ask you.
Desktop advocates.
Desktop advocates. You have all the data. Go out, see. And I tell you, Juma, when you go out, when you see, even within the media, the platform, when una they go tambaka, una they come, nobody tells you the story. You know the story raw. Nobody know can sit on your platform, tell you, say, I don't do this na tambaka, I don't do that in a tambaka. Nobody's going to tell you. You've been there, you know the situation, and you can relate with the situation.
Of course. Florence, we talk about these issues. I know say the main focus is the sexual and gender-based violence issue, but these are all interrelated issues. And when you talk about this, it's painful because you go to these communities, all you see now the signboard of them funding agencies, but there's no activity.
Exactly.
No activity. How you go get a health center, get a CHOD. I don't go na a community na Moyamba Bompe, Gao Chiefdom. The health center did the CHO na by sometimes once every month now they can dey. And the CHO where in did they get for the drive for go sell medicine na the deep villages them outside the Warred and they and other farmers that we get money. What's happen? A girl Pekin. She was about 3-4 years old. This I talk about 10 years ago. 3-4 years old. This Pekin then at the community is sick. High fever, everything. Then rush and for go to the health center. The CHO no the nurse don't travel, go free tongue. Who that then at the health center? The messenger, the cleaner. That messenger injects that Pekin with Bico and chloroquine injection. We end up poisoning system. Luckily, we go to the village just as strangers. We go work because like I say, we left for go find out things. We go meet this Pekin, it all left body. We put them inside motor car for drive another bad road. They 16 miles from that place they to go. As we reach Nabo, the Pekin die. So I still get like what you say. When you go to these places, you get a raw situation. It left a mark in your mind. So they just can't talk. So if you sit on a free tongue. They talk when they get all the fat funding, they are not even able for partner with the people where they do the work. It is sad. Somebody like Christiana, I don't get a believing in community. She wants to do so much, but she's limited in what she can do. But anyway, we go bring on a comeback at some point. Bring T-Boy and Femi quick, then I will ask for Lona give a last word for today, so we'll let Funa Lona go, but definitely we'll bring on a comeback. Over to you, T-Boy.
I think
you know you read the story there all.
Well, I know you work with story, and the story are amazing, and for see dedicated women working on one agenda with different dimension, it makes it look more even interesting. But one thing I wanted to Christiana, who don't just say things and we just left her so. And with your kind of enthusiasm and the kind focus we get in what you try for doing at your community, and you not just left and you even send request say, I want for make Sierra Leone media witness history in the making. We are not only just going to witness history in the making, we're going to be actively involved in that particular form of history. And I will guarantee you, say, we will start up a media wing specifically for trained women in being camera women in terms of exercising their own sense of knowledge and able for interpret and put them on a story that has to reality. So I would say they evolve at age now where you don't need sophistication for make you get things done. You make use of the basic stuff the way they're around you, and we'll see what we can do within our own reach for make we able to do the capacity and set up a full-blown female media. I don't say Florence in your own domain, but with the Christiana in kind zeal of way she wants to get things done. Now, then kind of people actually look for in life. And when you see you want for help, not to be because of all this, it just gets interest no more, but not get the enthusiasm. If you for really fine, take with the free tongue. Why is this particular thing they happen to right now? In terms of us having this program, it will have been a different ballgame. But like I said to you, Sarah Jamie not get money or get certain things that we powerful past money we possibly put in a and say yeah. So we own funding, it's not money. We own funding is more than what money can buy. Some of those funding can be doors that we can open. Some of those funding can be our own physical presence in terms of impacting our own knowledge into you guys. And like Juma said, possibly we'll start up some kind of workshop with you guys where physically will be beneficial to the team. So my own take now will be homework, get to know the people that we work with, and see the one that we get media interest. We want for the camera crew, editing, filming, design, anything. Yeah? And then we can able to see how best we can able to work with you guys. What salon look like say they far, but you're not far. And we own base right inside Freetown, heart of Central. And an office they say it's difficult for set up an editing or production suite we go there in Waterloo primarily just for the use of Funa. I don't know what's the nature of electricity in Waterloo, but where there is a way, there is a will, or where there is a will, there is a way. Is that the right word? So basically, with Una efforts, if they put one step forward, Una, I believe still not able to take 3 steps ahead. Because now the kind of people in like Una way, I feel to say, get that zeal for push. When you look at your environment right now, it is a unique set of lighting we possibly not to everybody that gets on a professional level. Because Femi know what they talk, Juma gonna know slightly of what they say. Because you have a depth of image where you story, the picture where you represent story right now don't depict your story. You don't need for say nothing. Just by the camera where you see them under, so that particular light we get a darker side of you and a brighter side of your image. It don't give you two face of who you are. That is the unknown. And this is what we see. And then you look at the brighter picture. So basically, your picture has interpreted exactly who you are, and you have to emerge out of that particular situation the way you see them. So right now, that is your thirst and hunger. And you're definitely going to make it because you get the enthusiasm and the strength to do that. We'll support you and see how best we can able for push you and the people and we they work around with. They say not to accidents, they make certain things happen. It was meant to be for certainly the cannabis program. For can't just say few words, not knowing the outcome of that few words the way they can say. I know say when Florence call you, I just the guess, you say they come and say, Florence, this kind of program, I don't even get phone safe, I don't get data, the light.
Yeah.
I know. But anyway, I still come. And not just that. Now, picking people, so your sister, that shows the power of a woman.
Yeah.
You are in a very difficult and uncomfortable situation that you find yourself right now, but you are bold enough to go on camera and ignore everything that happens around you.
There is a job to be done. If na man man go out for fake cam, one for put in nights, you don't mind they go length, banner, can put all for make let the team fine. But you show we waiting at the reality. This is
your reality has made your future to what you want. That is what people fail to understand. Because the fakeness of you they make you be nothing. Mm-hmm. The reality of you, this now like something where you go possibly give testimony of later on in your life. Yeah? Because not just where they talk to you so, but when you watch the charts, almost all human away down they don't say so many positive things about what you've just said. That's just that first statement you make as you open them. But I'm not going to put no emphasis on the fact that Florence has played a great role for bringing you guys on board what she believes in, because media now one thing where they open the mindset of people and we always enclose themselves away from people because it will open you, and for as long as you don't begin talking to public, it will give you that self-esteem the way we don't lost, it will build them back again. So the work with Florence don't do tonight, it don't show enough alone on you. You don't need to forget 10 of una, but you one game can able forget 50 of una, because what you don't know and that short experience we don't get with Florence, it don't make you able to forget that power and ability for push them into the other one and way around you where you feel say lack something in them. But like I say, I think most of the conversation we get for happen between me, Yusuf, Juma, Femi, and Florence will have to be behind the scene. I don't think we can and then discuss and talk about all that stuff.
Right.
So just bear in mind, say what you do is not wrong. You might have a lot of people rejecting you, saying things about you, criticizing you, feeling so that you might not be the only person within our Watalowe eloquently they talk about things that we believe in, but you will get a lot of negative feedback on you. Don't listen to that because it will always come. And then that's name for make you become stronger, because whatever you do as a woman alone first, not negative within the midst of men. And if you do for excel within the midst of men, we feel say they know everything again, is even another stumbling block, because there will be men who will physically try to stop you from climbing up that ladder and try for you the stereotype thing we always man in the use. But like you clearly say, you create the platform now for women, then for me they're able to become excellent women within society, specifically with Watalo, where they realize the woman not get no place at all other than just in the kitchen and doing stuff that are not really meant for women to be doing on a regular basis. But I'll advise you keep up the good work. Don't look at anything negative. Try to focus on what you feel to say, you believe, say you can do, and just keep your head down and continue for work with Florence. Doors will be open, and you will sit back one day and say, wow, I started from nowhere, I came to something, now I am there. Salon, we always they look for that exceptional woman and it not get for come out from we generation again, it get for come out from una own generation now. Yeah. So with una generation.
All right. It looks like we'll get T-Boy back. Yeah, go ahead, T-Boy.
When I still get okay. When I still get respect and value for the elders, where I think say also paramount in whatever when they do, I think the sky is your limit. So just keep up the good work. And Florence, I would say once more, well done, because people might not be giving you all these praises alongside what you're doing. You might think what you do, they create any kind of testimony, living testimony, but like the experience where you don't go through, I think we don't go through worse. Like Juma say right now, within the media houses in Sierra Leone, if you look at every media house, we possibly must have had maybe 30% or 40% influence from either the top executive to maybe the last man we get anything for do that media house day. But like Juma say, you don't sit and wait for those praises to come to you, but your satisfaction is within you. And whatever you do, don't look at funding, no, because funding cannot execute your intentions. Right. Your intentions will always execute itself without funding. Alexef now 10 loans you get. That 10 loans, they make a difference in so many people in life. If now what I say if you able to forgive in terms then we work out with, it makes a difference. So we specifically not believe in funding for doing any projects. We project them all self-funded, and they are very, very much expensive. Some of us, they take like we use sleepless days and nights and make sure say we put time into what they do. Not because we won't forget the praise, but you get the inner satisfaction. So now, continue for still do what you did, because I think you're doing exceptionally well. This is not the very first time we sit down and get a discussion with you on your program. And I think when it started first, I'm like, wow, these are like raw stuff coming in. I even text Juma, I said, Juma, this is raw. Can you be a little bit conservative? But again, it's good, because what to make us say good, sometimes people need to hear these raw messages so that they will be able to understand exactly what are the issues the way salon girls are facing, because we sugarcoat so many things. Yeah. And then when they get the NGOs, the way they just do the surface stuff, get the suits, don't at the office, get air condition and plasma screen in front of them. They're not doing the work. So the field servants are what you guys are doing right now. And the information the one that they get is totally different from the one they really behind the desk, because it is raw. To some extent that I'm thinking, wow, at some point it was explicit, but it was necessary, because it's a necessary explicit information when you hear them and you know the reason why fistula they affect girls in Sierra Leone, when are one of the biggest killer with young girls, but again, like you said, then they hide them because they're not coming out. I think that alone, that an awareness way, I feel say, where you highlight them, it make I know say you they actually do you work na the gone.
Right. Okay.
Because I will guarantee you it's just a handful of civilians that will actually tell you what fistula is. They don't even know.
Right.
They don't have a clue. And the one they will know, they'll able to explain and for me to get help. But just keep up the good work. Again, like I said, we'll discuss this behind the scene and see what else we can do with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, T-Boy. I will go over to Mr. Obafemi Pama. Lense can touch quick. And also past the time we've been bagging for we small number. Yes, Femi, over to you.
Hi, Juma, can you hear me? Am I muted? Yes.
You're muted. Okay.
Am I muted? Can you hear me now?
If you're there, we can't hear you.
Can't you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. All right, good. I don't think at the background, at the listen, at the watch, I think these two ladies here, so they do an exceptional job. I'll start with Florence. Florence, first of all, a bit of a disclaimer. Florence helped me na free tongue where I go free tongue so.
And you not tell we.
I tell you, I got into a jam I look left, I look right.
I know they hear you, Femi, we don't hear you.
I got into a jam, I look left, I look right, I look left, I don't know whose side for turn. You know, and I called Florence and she bailed me out. And, you know, I'm eternally grateful because until I don't foresee don't answer right now it's not. That's how bad it is.
Interesting.
But I'm not going to go into that story. So, but as somebody saying at the chat, partnership is everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, in me desperate situation, I looked around, I look Uda and no say we go able to help me. So right now, I think say, you know, in media we know a little bit. We get some connections, and at the disprove waiting T-Boy say we get small money back. Not a boko, but get small money back.
But you don't say T-Boy want for be conservative.
FG punk, he want eat all the money.
Yeah.
So you know,
I get money on family life.
really and truly, we should be able to help, and not to just we for put we in our pockets and pull small thing, but sometimes for encourage other people and for do so. Because guess what? That small money where they look now so can go a long way in Sierra Leone, and it can go even longer way na the rural areas of Sierra Leone.
Yes.
You know, I went to Waterloo whilst I was in town. I go Jue, I go all the inside and there, and you know, where you see how people in the live in some of the garden day, and you see how people in the live in the west of Freetown, it's like two different countries. You know, and
so imagine if you go further.
Nah, they say, I know I even told about I go further. A few years ago, I went on a trip with Mary Stopes, funded by UNFPA, and I go now quite a few of the districts, and we go film some documentary on some hospital that we they work on. And again, I get the chance to see how local people live. But you know, as you see, I not go na the back end. You know, so a lot of us within at the city, we not gonna understand we una see then wake up picking 4 o'clock morning for go direct board na farm. That was her job. You understand? I'm sure it wasn't even a paid job. But every morning then they wake and that hour they for go direct board na farm. Really and truly, imagine almost we only leave money here where we can. We're not going to even think about if we come on our pockets, the difference we're going to make that some of them people as their life. So since I come back from Freetown, I had to do 10 days isolation. See, then at the first day where I actually left us. So during the 10-day isolation, I was working from home, so not been too bad. But today I actually go into the office, and you know, I went into Starbucks, and I had my coffee. You know, really and truly, the amount of money, I'm not going to tell you how much I spend. If I change it into leons, you know, believe how much leons than they be for just carelessness, money I not get for think about. Imagine, say,
Starbucks cups, you know, don't even done as if you take
I tell you know, almost coffee we they drink a day. You know, we they go Pret, almost we go Pizza Hut. You know, we go to the Chinese. You know, some of them tell us we they treat we safe. So imagine, think if let's play the numbers game here. If we get 1,000 Sierra Leoneans or friends of Sierra Leone, you know, we'll put say, okay, well, for this month I will drink 10 less cup of coffee. I will go to the pub 1 less time. This is how we pub would open up. You know, I go do 1 less thing, but that money they will go save, so I go put them into, as Florence say, the rural areas of Sierra Leone. We're not gonna miss our money there. We're not going to miss our coffee they will not drink.
You are asking for too much even.
I am not.
Just say 1,000 Sierra Leoneans, $1.
Imagine how much difference we can make. Because I tell you, when I see a few years ago when I go on that Mary Soaps trip, my heart bleed. You know, because Mary Soaps deal with women activities, and as Florence say, you know, some of the picking and they tell we on camera waiting in the use. I mean, it was, you know, it was horrific for me. I remember I say me come to London, I go Freetown, I reach and people they tell me say, you know, till you go na boots, you go na super drugs, you they see for a few pounds. Then people also can't afford it. Then they use leaf, then they use all kinds of things, then they type pieces where then they reuse and reuse and reuse. A few years ago, Sarah Jem did a project with, I think she was Miss World, and she was dealing with fistula. That the first thing that I come gets for no it's not fit. And I was shocked. Some of the cases them all yearly, I was shocked. Man them they need grab the weft and I do because of this disease. Really and truly women and go through a lot of the world. And I think we man them in particular, we can help for make then small changes. So when we go see them as small, go be big massive change to some people, and especially people in the remote areas. So ladies, Christiana, Florence, you have my attention, and I'll try and do whatever I can do to help. Now I want to talk to Christiana a little bit. I don't talk about today. STEM, wow, STEM, women in STEM, women in IT, women in technology. So I'm a technologist, so I actually in my workplace I work with quite a few women in technology, and I help them do events. One of them actually emailed me yesterday. She's the head of the Africa's forum, and the African network, and he said to me, Femi, Africa did come. I think they say May 2017. I can't remember exactly. He said Africa Day. He said this because within a COVID, we want to tell the digital story. In the lead the lead women in IT. So he say I want to bring women them, African women, on a virtual platform for can empower and for can make other younger girls then know say there's opportunity in IT. So girl, you're doing STEM in Sierra Leone, hats off to you. Sierra Leone technology and salon, I'm not going to see na tutin we
you're not synonymous, eh?
Because we all go salon at times we can get for auto with computer there because of the network issues. But if you guys are doing that, hats off to you. Again, there's many ways they will cable for help. I want to talk about one, but I go reserve them because instead of another STEM project where I work on. So I will hold on. I will share a lot of my knowledge with you. Anything you need, I will show you all the directions that we can go for who gets help. Yes, T-Boy.
I recommend you shortlist some for the speakers for the African Forum.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And add to that, Christiana, we get for begin we speaker series, Sierra Gems Media speaker series, and definitely you'll be one of the people we go get for Camp Talk Now platform. And Florence, we they beg you want not to tiff with the tiff and Ayano. So now media.
Florence, you don't lose Christiana.
No, media matters for women in Sierra Leone. Yeah. So they get one of you, apprentice them for be one of the speakers. But hopefully we see we starting in either April or June. So we're still fine-tuning a few things. But it would be nice to get people where they are the ground. And obviously, you said prepare you, Florence. At least we won't forget the speaker series. Not only when they get the PhD, the coat and tie, no more can't talk big way to come. But these are people who talk about real issues, them what are people will learn from. But I know say Femi go follow through on what he say, and through your experience, you'll share it with other people. And like I say, your program on the 10th, count us in. We'll send our crew there to cover the event and make sure say we broadcast them live. So that people will benefit for within a proud salon Watalo Pikin they do for pushing community go before, for push other people for help for end, sexual and gender-based violence through creating opportunities, through empowering people, through informing and educating people in community. So Christiana and Florence, thank you so much. I want to say, na last word to Fambul the way they watch with today, and apologies that we keep on longer than expected, but we will get to again now. So follow, continue the program. Yeah. Who do we go for? Who goes first? Christiana first, then Florence will round up first. Go ahead.
Thanks so much, Juma, and thanks to
Femi and T-Boy.
Okay.
Femi and T-Boy, yeah.
Okay, I have to say thanks to Now. I have to say thanks to this opportunity. Funnily, Auntie Florence no say me at any time you call up on me, I ready for give me service. So like we called me yesterday and say Christiana, I'm calling you. I was like, okay, all right, ma. And also I stayed up say yes, I will. I just want for know the time and all. And this evening back, I don't the messenger. I'm also clock. There is a link. He said where the link come, I will send and to you. I'm not kind of person where I don't put me mind me everything for do this. At any time you call upon me, I'm ready to do it. So I have to say thanks to them because it don't play so much. It don't play so role in my life. It don't empower me so much. Being that I not be know so much about you.
Go ahead, no worries, no worries. Like I said, that's all a part of the ambience.
And as well, social and gender-based violence. But I don't learn a lot. Around capacity, me say when I was well capacity for young people within the community where they dwell and what's a little bit specific. And the rest of the school of media matters for women. I was very thankful to give me this opportunity because this is the very first time I go live and get a live program on Facebook. Yes, I don't know they don't host me in a radio station, but it's the very first time to go live on Facebook or Zoom. So it's an opportunity again for me to tell the world what I've been doing and what I'm passionate about, the impact I want to create. And it's going to let people know that all this what I don't do, and I never get funding from nobody. It's not about me. I be the work and small savings where I get, I think and say, I don't need to forget plenty money. I don't need to forget big positions. I work in a big place. Impact my people their life. I'm not trying to start small and end big. It's fun that one can say now waiting I don't do for daily impact will make it put in money for me. And I say this. I tell if anybody fund me, I could do exploit. I could do more than waiting at the people, which so many other people there, which so many young people will want this opportunity as well. So I love me as so now for see the team and I'll forget very good working relationship with me. And as I don't listen, I not say meeting or get so much for enjoy and gain from una and third maybe with una be able for link with other people then for support and waiting we dey do believing we we just believe in waiting we dey try for good and as well try for empower and support other people then within rural areas. Rural is big. There are so many challenges. There are so many things the way people are need to put money down. Like as they say, those in Freetown, they get the funding and nothing is being done. It affects for pull woman and a feet, men and staff, prostitution. But what thing they do again for entire that woman, we don't pull and a feet. But they get some things for the do they get money. We will make enough way again. It's what people lack in Sierra Leone. So we as human for support ourselves, need for go to the heart to reach communities and create the impact and change people's lives. There are so many sufferings in rural areas. You know, as you step stand and you go sorry for human rights. I also thanks for this platform, and I'll forget so much of this platform going forward. I'm not gonna say much because time don't go. So thanks to everybody, thanks to viewers, to everybody there out there. This is what Guys System Initiative and Media Matters have been doing and will to do. Thanks so much and good night.
All right, good night. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Christina. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Florence, over to you. We can't say much again.
Listening to Christiana, it just gives me goosebumps. This just shows exactly where Manchester will empower women. You see Christiana, it says you don't get feeling, you don't get nobody, and waiting we don't create the impact so we don't create. It don't make Christiana don't be in that position. She's informed, she don't get the skills, then it is able to impact other people. So this is exactly what we do as MMW. Find the appropriate people, the CSO, the CBOs, you work with them, you
you impact that knowledge, you give them the skills, and you drive with it in the community. For me, I am so pleased that I've given Christiana, me and Christiana, we are in your platform. Then Christiana don't can explore so much opportunities with Sierra Gem. And my last word is, let we look, change, we learn from looking at this issue of SGBV within urban sector. Let we re-strategize and look at rural communities. They look at some assessments on girls, how we will support girl beginning to be dignified. How we support. Juma, I will surprise you for no saying. Some girls beginning up to panty. No get proper panty. They take them panty. There is a lot of secrecy on the underwear. You know why? Because either it's not clean, either it's not appropriate in a good form or shape. So they even hang on a dark placement. You know what you do? They in a fine shape. So suddenly go enga spider go piece there, cockroach go walk at there, agata go walk at there. All them things they give picking infection, they give picking. You face reality. You then Europe, you get dignity, you get all the facility around you. They add more value to your life. We get picking away, say now 1 gram panty then get for buka where they come school hanger, they dry fine the next day they get for wear. And then picking and they see them peel. So we even get somebody who don't give reusable parts. So I sit down and say, you know what? You give them reusable parts. I want to see they will give them pants. They will give them fine pants. They will get fine panty. They will give them the skills how to make them reusable parts for themselves. So it's going to be sustainable. We don't come out say that bra you bobo day mentality. Go get this at this hour. Learn them. Make himself be ambassador. Let himself change. They call in company. Hey, this one what they use to and that's what they do and that's what they do. They will create a chat room. They will create an environment. They will support for changing narrative. For me, I think say we all Sierra Gem, we all get a role for play. And we know they underestimate our role. Giving us the platform alone creates a huge impact. It makes other people understand what we are doing, and they can critique us and they can support us, they can tell us their views, they can, give us more support in terms of, I think you have to go there, suggestions. So these are things that we don't take for granted. And I want to encourage other partners. They will left for the day inside town. They will go in a village. They will engage the people there. We will create change. And change they come by God in power.
Well, thank you so much, Florence. That's Florence, the project director for Media Matters for Women in Sierra Leone. And also we get Christiana Mary Bangura, we are the focal point person for girls in STEM. We na a small organization, a group where it mobilize na the Waterloo community for help young girl them where they na the secondary school level, for encourage them for take up the sciences, the math, the technology and engineering way all man the free will be say just reserve for a small group of young boys or men. But in say then forgive women the opportunities. And we'll talk about technology here. So one thing we'll begin to understand, it does not mean only the 4-in-1. I'm sure the aim of this organization now for develop local technologies that we will help for solve local problems. It mentions solar lights. We know say the electricity na a challenge na a whole of Sierra Leone. So imagine if an organization are able for help for like 10 host them, now 10 communities, then they go make Boku Pikin go able for study and then go pass the exams them and they go make sure say them people their money they're not able to waste. The money where them people them for go buy candle, then go use that money there for make sure say them put food on the table and other help other picking them. So there are lots of good things and positives. Help the way you can. If you're not signpost, you're able for signpost, you can signpost Florence and Christiana then, because like Florence say, they need now service delivery partners. They carry information to these communities, but in the process, then they find out more challenges and more needs, and then now they're in the position for do them. So you will get the power for do the delivery, join on with them. Let them reach out to the people that way they mostly need. And I agree with you, Florence and Christiana. Freetown is not Sierra Leone. Makeni, city, not to the northern province. Kenema, not to the eastern province. Bo, not to the southern province. You have places, remote places, where we don't even know whether them people they exist. The hard to reach communities, the people that way matter most, we make up the population, we not care about the politics where they happen in our country. We don't know whether, this person needs this billion or that billion, but then they pay the price because they give them the services the way they need. We only go to them where we need them for sing and dance. We only go to them where we want for use them as the poster, child for go raise funds. Mm-hmm. For make up the statistics, but when it comes for deliver the service to them, we center everything at Freetown behind we desk. We write all the proposal. Oh, we have benefited 500 people. Where you not even go to the community. They ask you to the community the way you go help. You not even know how the face turn. But then the organization the way they help, and I know they partner with them. So please, please, please. You the diasporans, us, there's so much you can do. Your 1 leon, your 10 leon, your $10, your, your 1 cup Starbucks coffee can make a big difference. Don't say it's small. Small rain, 90, water the garden. So we need that. So until next year, we'll get, Florence and Christiana here. I want to say thank you so much to listeners them, and stay blessed, stay positive. This organization and then people here also don't give me hope for believing Sierra Leone again. Until tomorrow on We Health Show, me Jumaba, on behalf of the team, they say tata.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes, this not time for all Salon people and then party them. Sierra Leone Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour and the Gladi program, Look Me, I Look You. All this they start soon na www.sierragemedia.org. Now who's tem these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Gen Media Production brings you Zoom In. Zooming In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zooming In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zooming In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zooming In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join me with host Juma Bano.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sakho.
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 We are Khadija Sakho.
We are all Khadija Sakho.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence.
Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible acts.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children. put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now, women are trafficking female children for money. Women are forced to be silent.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children.
It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Of all the crimes committed against a person, rape is the one that leaves the person feeling very violated. A rape victim is often left with the feeling that a part of them has been torn apart.
To use another person's body and ignore the soul that resides within is one of the most outstandingly shocking crimes that one person can commit against another.
Some men harass and rape their women.
Some men sexually abuse underage girls.
Some men beat and kill their wives.
Any form of sexual assault is unacceptable.
There must be consent before you act.
Being in a relationship is not consent.
If they are not sober, they can't consent.
Flirting is not a consent.
We had sex before is not consent.
Silence is not consent.
Only an informed, sober, freely given, ongoing and enthusiastic yes is consent.
Women should stop dying in silence.
A man does not become a real man by physically dominating a woman. A man becomes a real man by loving, protecting, and respecting the woman.
Real men do not rape or abuse women and children.
Let all real men stand with us. And together, let's say no to child abuse, no to domestic violence, no to all forms of rape, being it spousal rape, intimate partner rape, child sex abuse, statutory rape, date rape, serial rape, and gang rape.
We must rise up against this ugly trend. Justice for one, justice for all.
All sexual assault must stop, and it must stop now.
Hello, my name is Josephine Kamara. I'm the founder of You Can Do It Foundation. You Can Do It Foundation is a charitable organization based in Sierra Leone, West Africa. You Can Do It Foundation has been in existence for the past 2 years. We have been fighting gender-based violence against women and girls within the community. During the past 2 years, we have been offering psychosocial support, counseling, court fee, medical fee, including school items to the survivors of gender-based violence. However, during the lockdown of COVID-19, reports received and confirmed that rape cases among a minor has increased tremendously within our community. Because of this, You Can Do It Foundation has secured the land to build an accommodation for the survivors of rape. However, this may almost become impossible without your generous support. We need your help to build this home for the survivors. Your help could be in cash or in kind. If you wish to join us to make a difference in a child's life, please go to our website, which is www.youcandoitcyf.org, or you can go to our GoFundMe page, which is Home of Hope for the survivors of gender-based, or you can contact us with the details at the end of this video. We thank you greatly for your generous support, and thank you once more for making a difference in a child's life.
To my friend, she was the brightest at our level, even though she was as innocent as the heaven. That did not stop Papa Abu at age 57 to ask for her hand in marriage as she turns 11. Her parents, being naive about this rage, tolerated this marriage, and this destroyed the hopes and dreams of Kadiatu to live like it in Seattle. Instead, she's been used as a tool by an old school. Kadiatu is being used as a bait by her own mate. My friend is being emotionally tortured by this old culture. Old child marriage, it's on the rampage like disease, eating up the fabric of our girl-child image, and it's our duty to cage. Let's diverge. Please be obliged. It is now we emerge from this ancient custom at large.
If not for this dreadful event, Kadiatu could have become president, but now she has been trapped in an old man's residence, like a mosquito in a tent. She is vulnerable, but with her age, she is still able to become that virtuous woman of substance, like Madam Patricia Kaba, Madam Dr. Kadisi Se, Madam Sianyama Koroma, Madam Dr. Sylvia O'Blyden, Madam Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Oh yes, without child marriage, our girl child can still turn into Madam Hillary Clinton, Madam Theresa May. Be it as it may, Madam Condoleezza Rice, let's not be hypnotized, but rather stay wise, for this can only be realized if education is being prioritized and child marriage is being criticized. So please, parents, do not relent, as it is apparent that a girl child can become great if only you patiently wait.